All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brian Grizzly, and Brandman should be joining us shortly. But yeah, man, what's
I'm
up?
here.
How's your week?
I've been sick all week, so I've been just trying to hold it together.
Oh man,
I had
that's
doctor called me on Monday. It's like, you have RSV. I was like, crap.
oh no shit, really?
Yeah. I was like, man, apparently I've had it since when I got off the airplane coming from Dallas,
Mm,
and just kind of sucking it up. And as long as I don't take any heavy breaths, I'm usually okay. But
damn.
this is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I've been like super like cautious with the kids because when you're an adult it sucks, but when you're a kid it's like RSV could be like deadly.
Yeah, for your kids, it'd be horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, my 2-year-old, I think he's past it, but it's usually like the babies that are like the most vulnerable for it.
It's even toddlers. So like,
yeah.
Charlie might have it now because I've been around so much, and she does not come and be in my face no matter what. I wake up in the morning, she's like literally staring me like right here, all the time. So she might have it, but just trying to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, but she's a little bit older, right? Like 8. So
Charlie's 9. That's 10.
9. Oh damn, she's 10. No,
yeah, she's 10. She's old.
Damn.
I was like, you an old lady, girl. Good lord.
Damn. So wait, Kaylee's 12 then?
Kaylee's 8 because Kaylee's the younger one.
Oh yeah, Kaylee's the young one. I'm sorry,
because she's the 8. One who's taller.
Yeah, that's right.
My little one is 5'2.5". My baby.
that's wild.
I was like, hey, you look at she'll stand up next to her grandma, and she's the same height as her grandma. Like, it's craziness.
Oh man. Let's see who we got in the chat.
The collector on there, Fernando.
Fernando, what's up? We got
how you feeling?
Collector. How you doing tonight? We're good. He said, oh yeah, so here we can talk about this.
I want to talk about
we wait for Brandman. So Collector said, I'm very upset. Amazon MGM has complete control over the James Bond series. Now the family that used to own it is no longer have creative control of Michael G. Wilson, Barbara Broccoli, I believe. Yeah. And
Bricola,
Bricola. Yeah, I mean, even what's his name? Daniel Craig came out and kind of thanked them, like, oh, thanks for the opportunity, blah blah blah. But
this is what happens. I mean, honestly, this is what happens.
I mean, when Amazon bought MGM, one of the biggest selling points was having James Bond. So, I mean, that's kind of what they wanted. So,
what else does MGM have?
Good question.
I mean,
they have a few other things.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a fromaholic. So like the family, I don't want them disowning me. So, but From is not like James Bond.
Yeah. Let's see what they own. I'm not sure what they own.
When you think of MGM, you don't think of anything in particular.
I mean, when I think of MGM, I think of like old, like because MGM has been around one of the longest. They've been around. I think they celebrated their 100th anniversary like not too long ago.
Yeah, Metro Gold. When were they created? Goldwyn Mayer. Yeah.
1924. Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, say they only co-own James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
The distribution rights of The Hobbit.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Yeah, the distribution rights of The Hobbit. So that's it, though. So MGM was founded in 2024. So yes, it's 100. 1924. So that's 100 years, 101 years for MGM.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at some of the other stuff they had. Rocky acquired from United Artists, so they got Rocky, but James Bond's a big one. Lassie, I guess. Tarzan, but I guess that's a version of Tarzan's so old it's freaking
exactly. It's
public domain.
Now.
Yeah. RoboCop, Child's Play,
The Viking.
Yeah.
Ben-Hur.
Yeah. So 21 Jump Street, G.I. Joe.
Well, none of those are really
That's
big.
distribution by Paramount, so it's a little different.
None of those are really big. Anything like
those aren't like what you buy something for. You buy it. It's mainly because of 007.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally it. You have 007, you have The Wizard of Oz, and you have like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's it, really. And then we just talked about The Hobbit.
Yeah.
So distribution of The Hobbit. So that's it.
They only have the distribution of The Hobbit. So I wonder how that works.
Yeah, it's only distribution of it. So
yeah, because New Line Cinema, MGM, I guess and then distributed by their production companies, and then Warner
United
Brothers
Artists,
also.
which is United Artists, which is MGM. So
yeah, they got them on there. I always wonder who has the rights of The Hobbit, so we can get like a Hobbit like theme park kind of thing. Like,
I don't think I want it.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it.
I want literally. I think you should be able to have to go to New Zealand. I don't want. I mean,
that's
in the middle of nowhere.
Reasons. Yeah,
like I want to see rolling hills. I want to see untouched by man stuff. Like I don't want to see it in the middle of Florida. No, I'm good.
But with James Bond, it does suck that the people who did so well, I think, for so long with James Bond kind of lost it, but I would say Amazon, they know how to make a movie, man. They're not horrible.
They know how to make TV shows. I mean, some of the best TV shows, some of the best movies have all been Amazon. So I mean, they put money behind their product. So
yeah,
I mean, you don't want it to be corporate always. You don't want the people who were in control of it losing that control. That might be the only problem, the only issue you really have.
Yeah. And also, I think Amazon, besides 007 being part of that MGM, I think MGM itself, that logo, that name, is probably worth a lot of money just because they're so old, so Amazon wanting to get into their, into that field of, legitimate, studio, having MGM behind it is, but,
I mean, is MGM really a legitimate studio anymore? I mean,
I think so. No, I think it's
not the old guard.
It's definitely old guard.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying, like and the new guard has definitely passed it by, and
like Warner Brothers, Disney, those I think are the new guard, even though they're still old. But
Universal, like I feel like everyone's past MGM.
Yeah. I mean, because we just said what they own.
Exactly.
Not that much, so maybe Amazon can do something more with it, but I'm not too upset. How about you, Brandman? Upset about James Bond being officially controlled by Amazon? Oh, wait, can't hear you, bro.
Oh,
I'm mute or something. Uh-oh.
So maybe.
Yeah, right. There's always some technical difficulties. Also, I like the collector. Your new profile. Wait, say hello.
That sound like it's the camera phone.
That's super echoey.
Any difference now?
You sound like you're like in a hallway.
Yeah.
Far away.
Opera hall.
I'm gonna log out and log back in. Hang on.
Okay.
Most likely your settings, you need to check your microphone setting and say that it needs to be the headset and not necessarily the camera, which I'm pretty sure that's what's going on right now.
And it's even give me thought.
No. All right.
Till then, we'll finish it up. Yeah.
But yeah, it's we'll see what happens. I'm gonna give them the chance to make the first one and see what they do with it.
Okay.
We'll see what they do with it.
Well, go through his rest of his comments, and then we can talk about who we think could be the next James Bond.
Yeah. The article that Amazon gained control of James Bond series weren't even going to put it in theaters. They said they were going to just put it straight to streaming. Yeah, I think that might have been Bond. Somebody.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's James Bond. You put James Bond in theaters. But I do have some good news. I thought my tax is nice. I got $450 in taxes return. I plan to buy a PS5.
Well, if I do tax return, this will be a bill. I got my tax stuff over here. I'm like, man, I don't even want to start this.
I got mine lined up. I don't want to do it. I mean, I never really owe. I usually get some money back, but yeah, $450 ain't bad.
Yeah, man, I don't get nothing back. I think like 3 years ago, I owed like $10,000.
Damn. But you have a lot more stuff than like.
Well, one of the businesses is going to pay that off.
Yeah.
It's like $10,000. What do you think I am?
Yeah.
Paying more than our president. Craziness.
And Elon Musk combined.
Exactly, combined.
I'm planning to go to the show maybe next week to go see Last Breath with Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu. Last Breath. I don't think I've seen the trailer. Maybe we'll watch that trailer tonight.
The last Woody Harrelson one I saw, there's a couple of ones I've seen there. Look, really interesting. Last Breath is the one with the divers. The divers.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I definitely saw it.
Well, we got Fernando in the house. We got Ace in the house. What's up?
What's up, Ace?
Also, shout out to Will. We got Will.
Will, how you feeling, bro?
What's up?
Nice, always going well because we get to go on here.
I don't know if Dark Room is like in the wrong chat. He's like, "Hey, Dave."
I'm just glad Dark Room's here. Too bad you're here.
Yeah,
stuck. Can't go.
See, Fernando said, I think it's bad news. Amazon owns the rights to 007. Okay. Who do you think should be casted as the next James Bond? And also he finished with saying, when I was a kid, I went to MGM Studios theme park in Florida. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was Disney. It was Disney MGM Studios. And now it's Hollywood Studios, but they lost the rights to it. So, but yeah, Hollywood Studios is still a lot of fun. I think it's not the best park.
Most people don't like it. It's like the least of all the parks. The parks is the least visited one, isn't it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I think Epcot is still in front of it. Magic Kingdom's definitely in front of it.
Oh yeah. I haven't been to Animal Kingdom yet.
Oh, Animal Kingdom is amazing.
I know everyone says. Yeah,
dude. Yeah. Oh, the safari. Oh,
safari.
God. The dinosaurs.
Yeah,
you can't beat it.
Yeah, but Hollywood Studios, I like. Obviously, you have Toy Story Land in there. You have Star Wars, obviously. And they're adding. I believe Hollywood Studios is where Monsters Inc. Monster University is going to be at. I think it's going to be in Hollywood Studios. So
you gotta do something.
Yeah. So, and I love the Mickey Runaway Railway. Mickey Runaway Railway. Yeah.
Just go to Pandora and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
When you're in Pandora and you realize like, man, that tree is really it's craziness.
It looks awesome. Yeah. Here you go. Darkroom said I wrapped Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get into it. I'm going to get on my soapbox. I'm going to have to look into the camera. I'm going to apologize to America. I don't want to do it until Brandman is here because he had to take the brunt of live what I had to say, and now I want to recant. I am not going to sit there and die on my soapbox. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. That's just me. I'm not someone who just was like, I'm going to go down this hill. Like, well, no. If you're wrong, say I'm wrong, and I'll move on. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, let us know what you think about it. Yeah, because I'm kind of curious what other people. I heard most people like it. I haven't heard too many people say anything bad, but
who would you like for casting for James Bond? Sure. I do want to say that.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Danny. What's up, Danny?
What up, Danny?
Who do you think should be casted as the next James Bond? It has to be a British person. It has to be a British person.
So who do you have?
I really don't know.
I've heard Nicholas Hoult. I've heard
that'd be interesting.
What's that other dude's name? The one we just saw.
Because I feel like it would need to be somebody who need to do it for like at least 10 years.
Someone young enough that could do it for a long time. Yeah.
You know, like Daniel Craig was considered old and he did like old James Bond, but he was still like, I think when he signed on, he was what?
37, 38.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
What about Aaron Taylor Johnson?
That's not bad. Hello, Brandman. Nope.
Motherfucker.
Hey, there we go.
It's good. We're good. Calm down.
Say something again. It's not a curse word.
Hello.
There we go.
Yes, you're good.
That sounds good. Yeah, so we're just trying to figure out who would be a good James Bond. I really don't have anybody in my mind that I can picture.
I think Aaron Taylor Johnson works, man. I really do.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. And he's got enough longevity. He's got the physicality, which we've seen in like multiple roles of his. Not just Craven, but Bullet Train proved that.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla proved that. It's around the right age bracket. He's got enough longevity.
And he's not attached to anything big. Because right now, like Holt, he's kind of tied in with DC right now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I could see Nicholas Hoult, much as I like him. He's great actor, but
what's up, Ty?
Hey, Ty. I don't know, kind of the wrong look for Bond.
I don't know, man. He looks pretty. He can look nerdy, but he also can look very debonair. He can dress up, and all of a sudden you look at him, you're like, oh man, I got a picture of him right. Look it up right now. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy could be James Bond.
Yeah,
like,
I think I can see it.
I find him very, very innocent looking.
Yeah,
like right there. Like it looks fine to me. I think that it'll be good. I mean, I could believe him. He's a great actor. I think that could work.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I could definitely see him doing it. That my only issue would be he's tied in to the DC, and then he would. I think obviously he would pick a James Bond if he has to do.
So like he'll just leave.
He would have to.
DC's just starting. How tied in is the DC? Well, something that hasn't started yet.
Yeah, but then like I would be so pissed, like because I was like, bro, we signed you on. You're gonna be like this dude for a while, and you just like leave. Like I don't know.
No, who cares?
He's not bad. Who's he saying here? Henry Cavill. A lot of people are saying
Henry Cavill is perfect, but yeah, come on.
He'd be a good James Bond.
He's roughly around the same age as Pierce Brosnan was when he started. So
was he?
I don't think his age is really an issue. He's roughly around the same age as Pierce Brosnan was when he started playing the role.
And he looks better. Like he looks, he looks good. So like he's 41 years old. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to have the British accent. So he has to be a British person.
You can't go with an American actor for Bond.
But could we make it a black guy? Can there be a black James Bond? Yeah.
Not Idris Elba. Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris. Is he too old?
Was he like 52, 53?
Like, I don't think he was like 51, 52. I think he might be too old.
Yeah. Might want to cast someone, like 10 years younger max for enough longevity in the role.
So if I'm going black guy, can I throw out Daniel Kaluuya?
And I never thought about it.
Great actor. you
Yeah.
know, can do physical stuff. I mean, people will be pissed off. Don't get me wrong.
I mean,
Pissed
yeah,
off
yeah.
Oh, that's
the
inevitable.
world, 100%. But if I'm gonna go a black guy, I'm gonna go Daniel Kaluuya. So
Yeah. That's not too bad. I didn't even think about that. I can see that. I can for sure see that. I'm seeing here because I just typed it in because I'm like, I gotta see some possibilities. And one's Damson Idris.
I like Damson Idris, man.
33. He's British. He's still. I think he's still like an up and coming. He's not like a household name yet. And having him as a 007 is just like you can do like a film of so many films with him. Just like boom, back to back to back. Just like pop
If
them all out.
they'll be positive, that's the question.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know how positive it will be.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Hardy. Some people are saying Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy is almost too much of a brute, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's almost too, I don't think he's like, I love Tom Hardy, but I don't think I could see him doing like the debonair side that Bond needs. He's too much of a bruiser.
Yeah.
I
see was it, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's a little too French, I guess. Jean Page. He was in Bridgerton. He was in
Dungeons
and Dragons.
Yeah.
He was
He's too good looking. He's too good looking.
Too good looking.
He's too good looking. No, too much.
I can see him. I can see him.
No, I think he'll be excellent. Actually,
honestly, I think a good one would be Aaron Pierre. Who just signed on to be Jon Stewart.
What's that?
I can see that.
Have you guys heard of that show, Slow Horses?
I've heard of it. I have not watched it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
There's this dude. I don't know. I can't remember his name. I think it's Jack Loudon. Can someone look it up? Because I'm not exactly sure if that's him.
Let's take a look.
I think that Jack Loudon, I think it is, but
Jack Loudon.
He's a Scottish.
Yeah, he's a Scottish guy.
Which I'd be good with. Sean Connery was Scottish.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's 34, so he's not too old. He's 6'1". Goddamn. He's a little gingery though. A little ginger.
He is gingery. He is.
But I can see it though. I can see him do that. I think that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the pictures I see him in, he has like the nice little beard going on.
I know he's married to Saoirse Ronan.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's my last one. I'm gonna throw this out there and let's hear what you guys think. Well, Theo James.
Theo James would be great. Theo James would do a great job.
I mean, you've seen him in a lot of action stuff. He's been a badass. He's looked, decent. You could dress him up in a suit. I think Theo James could really work.
Me too. I'd be totally good with him.
They tried it out with that I Am Number 4. That
was
he was in Guy Ritchie's.
He was in
the Gentleman.
He was in the Divergent movie.
The Divergent one.
I remember him.
That was Alex Pettyfer in I Am Number 4.
Ooh.
Oh, it is.
Also, another one who wouldn't be bad, just from a physical standpoint.
Wasn't he in White Lotus too? Hey,
yeah,
Danny.
Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of avoiding chat for that. I got a little too much invested in it. But Danny coming in with a $5 super chat talking about some 007 casting. Scott Adkins could do it. I can see that. Christian Bale would be really interesting. Jason Statham would be funny. I don't think
wouldn't they be too old?
Bale, probably. But that would be really interesting because he's such a good actor. Imagine like Batman is James Bond. Like that would be epic.
And
so sick.
Statham pretty much did kind of play a riff on Bond in the movie Spy, which he was hilarious in, by the way.
Yeah.
He was actually probably my favorite thing about that movie.
So Statham's almost 60.
Mm-hmm. You'd never think it though.
He's 57. Bale is 51, and Atkins.
He's got to be.
What's he like? 48,
40s.
I like Atkins, but he's 48.
48. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stack is 48.
Yeah.
So,
and I feel like you just did your old James Bond. I feel like you might want to go back to a younger one, a more, sexy kind of gets all the women. Because like with the last one we had with I can't keep forgetting his name.
Daniel Craig.
Like he wasn't as like steal the girl as much as he was as James Bond is in other iterations of him. Like
100%. He's not Pierce Brosnan. He's not any of that.
Yeah. Like he found his girl and he kind of stuck with it, and that was about it. But which I thought made the story so much better. Like he just wasn't like, oh, here's the hot chick of the movie.
Sure.
So.
No, I mean, but that was what James Bond was known for, though.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's what
girl.
they're going to want to go back and do. The Bond girl, exactly. So I think they're going to want to go with somebody younger, 30s. Scott
Atkins is good, but he's 40. I say he's 48, but I really like him. I really do. He's 48.
He's 41.
Yeah, he's not.
All right. Yeah, if he was 41, I think
he was born in 1976. He's 48.
Yeah, but not too bad. Collector saying Daniel Radcliffe. That would be interesting. Interesting.
You don't think he's too small?
I think he looks permanently 15.
No, I mean, even in the now you see me movies and all that stuff. He looks like he could be older. That's not necessarily the issue. I just don't see him being an action star because he doesn't look.
He's not tall.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
beefy,
you
man.
don't have exactly, but he could be Wolverine. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe being Wolverine makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah,
that's spot on. But him being James Bond, you gotta be look good in the suit, man. Sometimes to be looking good in the suit, you want to be about 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". He's
5'5". He's 5'5".
You could tell. I mean, in Harry Potter, he's like the smallest one on set.
Yeah, he is the smallest one on the set. But I don't know. He could do action scenes like in Guns Akimbo.
He could do. No, that's what I said. Him being Wolverine is.
I think Bond does need a very specific look, though. I'm not quite sure he has the look that I'd associate with a Bond.
Yeah. So
but then neither did neither did Daniel Craig on surface level.
No, you're 100% right. Daniel Craig took it a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the heyday for Bond for me is still Pierce Brosnan, being that that woman, the Bond girl of the movie. I always thought that was better.
Matt Smith.
Is it that Matt Smith's just not attractive?
I'm
just saying, like,
the only thing that worries me with Matt Smith is he's already been in so many great things. Like, can you associate Doctor Who with being 007?
Dude, that's so hard.
You know what I mean? Like especially
crazy.
Especially like coming from Doctor Who, which is a British thing, but then also, Game of Thrones, like that'd be my biggest issue with him. But
House of the Dragons, you mean?
House of the Dragons, yeah. Matt Smith is an interesting one.
He's a great actor.
It's bad.
I don't know if he has all the things I want on my 007, but
yeah. But that would be interesting. I feel like they're gonna go with somebody a little bit more unknown.
I don't know if you can go so unknown because they have to sell the movie.
That's true.
So that's why I think like Aaron Taylor Johnson, for the name, for the look, for the size,
is
probably matches all the things you really want. makes the most sense.
It really does. I think it really, that one makes the most sense because he could stay on there for like freaking 20 years if he really wanted to, you know, and it'd be fine, you know. And he's not busy with other stuff, but he's a known actor where people can like, oh yeah, I seen him in this and there and that, you know, and he's a good actor on top of that. So,
you know, you can see him in action scenes. You know, you're gonna see him in, you know, any scenes with, you know, in black tie suits and being with a woman.
Is Liv Schreiber even British?
No.
I don't remember hearing. Yeah, he's American. Oh, he's from California too, and he's 57.
But that would be more of we're talking about the whole Wolverine.
Yeah, Danny's just trolling right now with Jared Leto. Jared Leto.
You
I don't even know if he could be
Leto.
Skeletor, let alone.
But you do hate Jared Leto. Come on.
I don't think he's.
No, you hate him. It's okay.
No, yeah, he's not that great. I don't think. Yeah, but, yeah. I mean, yeah, I like Taylor Johnson. I think that's a good one. Here, so we're talking about that. We'll finish with Fernando is asking a question because we're talking about Holt, and since he is James Bond, he goes, "What would you rather be? Would you rather be a James Bond or a Lex Luthor?"
James Bond, 1000%.
Yeah,
and twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's a good Lex Luthor. I think they should like change it and just say, you know what, that was Lex Luthor only by name, but there was actually a real another Lex Luthor. Do another Lex Luthor. Like it was, you know, we mean his name's actually Lex Luger. We're not gonna tell you what his name is.
The wrestler. Yeah, but it's also like, hey, are you gonna be the villain of the hero? So you're not really the main character, or do you want to be the main character that gets all the women, you know, and be the badass? So, yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't even. You know, I mean, and you don't even know when they do Superman movies. We haven't had 4 Superman movies out, you know, in a timeline. We just haven't.
Yeah.
So like 007, you might be signing up for 20 years, and you're gonna have, you know, 9 movies out. Lex Luthor, you might end up being in 2 movies and being a sideshow in one of them, and that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many 007 movies have we got compared to just say the end of Superman 4? Because Superman 4, Superman Returns, and then we got nothing for a long time, and then we got Man of Steel. And then now we're getting this one. Like, that's wild.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in that time frame, we probably had 4 different super 007s, 3 or 4 different 007s, right?
Since Superman 4, what year was Superman 4? Was that
87?
I was gonna say 89, but 87?
87. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since 87, there's Living Daylight, License to Kill, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. All those movies since then. There's 10 James Bond movies, 10 in the time, and we got 4. It's craziness.
How many was that?
That's 1,
3
2,
James Bonds. No,
3 James
how many
Bonds.
different actors. Yeah.
3 James Bonds. And you're missing 4 by 2 years.
Yeah. So there's been 3 James Bonds with all those movies. At the same time, there's been only 3 Superman with those 3 movies from Superman 4. And then you had Brandon Routh, and then you had Henry Cavill.
And then you can't be Cast Child. I had to throw that in there. But,
Exactly.
You can have all these damn Superman, all these damn 007s, but you can't give me recast. You know what? F you guys.
Bring him back full circle.
That's how I go. That's how I do it.
Yep.
Makes me so mad. I want to think about it. all these different characters.
They don't have to be British. How many British people can do English accents? Yeah, I mean,
no.
he needs to be British.
Yeah,
I think he needs to be British. You need to have a certain like swag that
absolutely
like, a British person has. Kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even say swag, just a walk. Say,
and just sound like an evil man
in hockey.
Well, that's okay. I mean, this is then we just beat Canada last week, or was it?
We
I'm actually going to a hockey game. I'm going to a hockey game in March. Marvin's taking me. I was like, what?
Nice.
Yeah, I was like a hockey match or whatever. I'm like, dude. Like they
United
say in
Center
Chicago.
or...
Yeah, United Center.
Yeah.
But they say in Chicago when they say hockey, let's go do that hockey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be drinking a whole lot and not even know what the hell's going on, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's always fun. Like there's the minor league team out here, the Wolves, Chicago Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
You can get like glass seats for like less than $100, and it is a blast. It is such a fun time. Like me and Erica did that one year, and we were like on the second row, and it was just like awesome. It was just such a fun time. So although like, really don't like, I don't think we ever watched a hockey game since then, but. And it was Star Wars night that night too, so that was extra cool.
That'll probably be the only way I'm going. Star Wars night.
Yeah. We got Mama Bear Doll in the house.
What up, Mama Bear? All right, guys.
She was
she was
over on the Kingdom of Nerds channel earlier. I was watching them for a little bit. Appreciate Mama Bear coming in.
I gotta tell you all here, guys, everyone here. Once again, this has happened again. Tank was the first one here. I
by like a minute or two.
I logged in because I'm sitting there like, okay, my desk had full of comic books everywhere. I was like, I'm logging in to see what's going on. And Tank was sitting there. I was like, what the hell's going on? What is happening here? I'm like, man, I need to reevaluate my life. This is craziness.
I was kind of lucky the kids went to bed early. Oh, also, my son has been watching Dogman today. Loves it. I really haven't seen it. I just didn't get a chance to really sit down and watch it with him. He just loves that movie, that Dogman. Loves it. So I'm like, damn. So I'm gonna have to sit down and actually like watch it, see what it's about. But it looked funny from all the parts I saw. It looked cute. So,
oh man, he's gonna try. Daddy's trying to get me, man. He's trying to get me, huh?
What is
trying to bring me up, trying to get me started.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. We'll get to that. Okay. I got shout out Anzo, Big for Entertainment in the house. What's up,
Anzo?
Yeah. There's 26 Bond movies. That's crazy. That's wild that there's that many.
Hey, you
got
don't have
Maria.
to say Bond because you didn't think the first Bond was enough. You got one Bond, so you got to stick with that. He did such a good job. We got to stick with that same Bond.
That's it.
No, we don't have to do that. No, okay.
Maria's in the house. What's up, Maria? Here's the one that Danny's messing with Brian. Last time I checked, Bozeman wasn't Wakandan, but he sounded like it in the movies. Did he? Don't have to be British.
Yes, in a place that
my dude said Wakandian.
Because Wakanda exists in the place. It's not just a place that doesn't have colonizers. Colonizers there. That's all that it took. He took a little bit of South African dialect to go along with some of the people from Western Africa to make a dialect. So that yeah. If you're making one up, yeah, that makes sense. But James Bond is already British, and you've heard people's fake British accents, and it's stupid.
Yeah,
it's just terrible.
Yeah. And also in the movie, they wanted to make him with a British accent.
Stupid. I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So if it wasn't for Chadwick, we would probably have, whoever doing a British accent as Black Panther, which would have totally dismantled the movie from the beginning. Yeah. And also Wakanda is a real place. It's maybe like
not
an hour away from us.
Not Wakanda, Illinois is not the same place. No.
Hey man, that's
what to see. It's what to see.
No.
And there's not one black person there. So no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the same place, guys. Don't
I
listen.
would give it a shout out there. I don't know if it's still around, but Wakanda, Illinois is where they made Not Your Father's Root Beer, which was one of my favorite.
It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Absolutely love Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I found out about Wakanda, Illinois was because of the drink.
You type in, I want to go to drive to Wakanda. You're like, oh yeah, let's go. And then you realize it's only an hour away.
Exactly. Delta Dan's in the house. What's up?
What up, Delta Dan?
What's going on?
I'm still live. I'm waiting for the hockey game to finish. Nice. Of course. You got Canadians in here with their hockey. So
nobody wants to talk about Canada when they're losing, when they're getting their butts whooped. But they win a game and now they want to come back. When you lost 6-2, you didn't want to say nothing, but now you win and you're like, oh, we're gonna come and say we won 3-2 this time in overtime. Good luck. Oh, congratulations.
So Collector says, why don't we talk about the Harley Quinn show? We were for a while, and then we just kind of fell off of it because not because it sucked, because I love it. I love it. I love the Harley Quinn show. I gotta get caught up. I'm a little bit behind. I think in the transition from Warner Brothers to Warner Brothers Discovery, the show wasn't sure if it was gonna stay or not. And then marketing just turned to crap. Like there's just no marketing. Like this last season that came out, it just dropped and like they put a post on Instagram and that was it. You know,
we're here.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, but I love the Harley Quinn show. It's so effing funny. I love Clayface. You know what, Batman with Robin. You know, so yeah, all of it is just it's so funny. It's so goofy and stupid. So, but I wouldn't mind doing catching up and seeing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's things that we got to talk about. Like, so I'm currently trying to catch up on Yellow Jackets because the new season just came out. I am currently also I'm watching Paradise. Paradise is fire. It is so good.
That's what I heard.
It's so good. Oh man, Sterling K. Brown is off the chain. Oh my gosh. And gets deeper and deeper, and oh my god, it's really good. It's really good. So
I heard it's good.
It's man. If you guys get a chance, watch it.
Then Ty says he's currently watching Long Legs before I watch the Monkey. Or rewatching, okay. Rewatching Long Legs before I watch the Monkey. I want to see the Monkey this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to, but because I think it comes out this weekend, right?
It comes out tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out. I thought it was
tonight. I'm probably gonna have a little trouble watching it unless I go before I go to the airport tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Lucky.
We don't talk. We're not talking to Grandman anymore.
Yeah. But you also leave when it's gonna warm up. It's like
maybe it's only warming up because
40
he's leaving
on like 40 on Monday.
Warm up by Chicago standards, right?
Exactly.
Hey, man, talking about this. That's shorts weather, brother. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Do we have any trailer reactions tonight? I don't think so, unless you guys can think of anything that came out. But we got three main topics that we got to get into pretty soon. You know, because we are going to be talking about the Spider-Man, the second half of the season.
I have to go through my apology.
He's gonna go on his podium.
I'll go on my soapbox. I'll look Brandman in the eye, straight into his eyes, and apologize to him. I will do it.
Told everyone, everyone treated me like I didn't know what I was talking about.
It's because we heard what you said about all the other movies. So like, we have facts. We understand why. We know why we said it, but you know, it turns out this one was right. Sometimes you know, even the broke clock is right twice in a lifetime. Come on, man, right in a lifetime. You get it. You got it, man. You know, I'm not gonna be mad. You know, hey, it was fine. It was good. You did it.
So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Invincible. Got an episode of that happening, and then
I got to refill my refill my drink. Filler.
Yeah, filler. That's going. But then we're gonna get into the Reacher season 3 because that started today, and damn, that was
Be able to talk about the half of the first episode I found time to watch today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, three episodes dropping at once is a lot. I was like, damn,
because they're long episodes. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
they're
lot
long
of stuff
episodes.
going on.
But it was good. I did not. I expected it to be Reacher, but it was that, and it was pretty good. It was pretty fun.
No, this is exactly what I got from last season.
Yeah,
Like it's that same
much.
quality. Like it's nothing different at all. It's exactly what I expect from Reacher.
I think because like I jumped on the Reacher train a little later, where like I saw season 1, but I didn't finish it, so I had to go back and finish season 1, and then I'm like all hyped up, and I jumped right into season 2. And then I finished season 2 and then right into season 3. So it was like that excitement level of just like him just whooping ass. Like, because he does not fuck around, man. He just, holy shit. Yeah.
That's funny because, yeah, just to me, it was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what I expect.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I said, Mama, that movie, I watch it at least once a month. Which movie? We can't.
What do you guys think about the idea that Marvel might reboot Spider-Man after this is over?
I'm not sure what to make of that because I was reading that before I hopped on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's something taken out of context or what, because I know they said they were talking about soft rebooting the character. I'm not sure what that means. Hopefully it just, I don't know.
You don't think Tom Holland's might be too old?
No. It's nothing a time jump couldn't fix. The dude still looks like he's about 18.
Yeah. I mean, in the movie, he's just out of high school. So
yeah.
He's 19, 20.
Yeah. So I mean, he could play Spider-Man as Spider-Man gets older, which I think would be an interesting story that we don't get that often anymore. We always get babyface Spider-Man. Like, nah, man, I want Spider-Man that is like, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, dealing with paying rent and finding love and all that crazy shit, So, I can see him doing that. But
when they say soft reboot, I'm hoping it means, kind of what they promised at the end of the last movie, which is kind of classic Spider-Man living in his downtrodden apartment, trying to deal with
do it twice.
paying the bills and
you can't do it twice though. You can't redo it with the same people. You can't.
It's the character. They've done it 2 other times, right?
Different characters, yeah. So if you're doing the with the same person, then you can't go revisit the same thing. We're just gonna do it. It makes you look terrible. So no,
he's gonna go from being like the tech Stark person, and then we got him like, oh, he's gonna be ground level, and then from what we understand is he's gonna go back to being like
Dr. Doom, and then goes back to being what? No, bro, come on.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Stop.
So it really depends on how they handle him in the next bunch of films. If they do that, like you said, you can't go back to being like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be poor again. I was like, but you weren't poor the first time. Or
why are you doing this? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Again, like,
yeah. So
you need to be, you need to be like Invincible and start charging people for saving their life.
Yeah. It's the only way I could see them rebooting or even a soft reboot is because of Sony. Where Sony is just like,
or Tom Holland decides I want to go make a family.
I mean, he has been talking about that. I mean, the only thing is like, you could say that, but what does Zendaya say? Because
why wouldn't she say what if she said too? What if they said together?
Yeah,
you remember Zendaya has been acting for a long ass time. Remember Casey Undercover? Like, she's been doing this for a long time. So maybe after 25 years of working, she wants to take a break and have a family. Maybe that's something that matters to her. We don't know. And if she wants to do that, maybe Tom Holland takes that opportunity and says, "All right, I'm going to retire for X amount of years."
Yeah, I mean, if they win the whole family thing, I definitely think it's on her time, you know. And Tom Holland drops whatever he is doing to kind of accommodate. He's like, yeah, you know,
Mhm.
but I don't see it anytime soon because aren't they just starting? Didn't they just announce that they're going to do the next season of Euphoria?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, when you talk about soon, I mean, I'm saying they're
Yeah,
going to finish
so.
out this saga, right? So even if we just talk about the MCU saga, that's next 2 or 3 years. They're all 25, all 26, all 27 before you're going to get anything else. So that's 3 years, you know. In 3 years, maybe she says, "Okay, let's do this." Maybe she doesn't want to be an older mom.
Yeah. So I mean, if they reboot it, it'd be interesting how they play it into the MCU. You know,
They won't have to though, right? I mean, you can start to focus on other things. Yes, Spider-Man is the greatest, you know, Marvel character, right? But X-Men is probably the greatest ensemble, period. So you don't even have to deal with him right now. You could just say we're gonna focus on X-Men.
that's true. That's true. But then I don't see Sony leaving it alone. Sony's like, no. We need a Spider-Man movie. You know,
And they can't do Miles
that's
Morales.
the reason.
And that's why he keeps on talking about Miles Morales.
Like they could.
I'm just saying, it's just that it could work in 3 years. He wants to bring in Miles Morales. You know, he could come in and out if he wants to. Maybe he's like, I no longer want to be the full-time Spider-Man. I want to do what I want to do. And then, you know, we have Miles Morales there. I could come in and help out when I need to help out and then go out after I want to. So, you know, I can see it working that way.
Yeah. I can see that because you're like, hey, I'm just going to do a cameo. So you go in for like a week or two and then do your thing and pop out. You know.
So we focus on Miles Morales for the next 2 movies. And then when he gets to the real villains and real stuff, I'm still around. We could do it a buddy, a duo Spider-Man together. And he completes his contract and, you know, moves on.
Yeah. But then is that, well, I guess that's technically a reboot, right? Or a soft reboot, because if you're going with a different Spider-Man. Yeah.
Just saying that the soft reboot could be Miles Morales. It's not full reboot because it's not like you're not getting rid of him.
Yeah. And it would be smart on Tom Holland's end too, because you're like, hey, I'm gonna introduce this guy, but also he's not directly replacing me. You know what I mean? Like he's there doing his own thing, and then when I want to come in, I can just come in, do my thing, and then just, you know, go back to life.
The worst part about that is that they'll just prove Chillmonger right. That's the only thing that'd be wrong. It'll prove Chill's point 100%.
I mean, not just him. There'll be a lot of people, you know, that.
I mean, people will be pissed off. Don't get me wrong. People will be pissed off. But the idea that you can just come in and out all the time, you know, Miles Morales should have his own character.
Should be his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. You know, because right now I think the MCU is just kind of after the next couple of Avenger movies. I think they're playing everything really close to the chest right now because they canceled a few TV shows. Well,
how do you talk about Nova and then cancel Nova? Like they talking about casting of Nova and then just cancel it.
Especially considering how much traction it seemed to be getting.
Yeah.
Like it was about to get off the ground. They were talking about casting. Yeah. They had a showrunner. You know,
they had a showrunner.
And then all of a sudden it's just dead in the freaking water.
Yeah, it was so weird the way it happened. I didn't
understand. It's not dead because they just said they're putting a pause on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're saying they're just putting a pause. So it's not like saying like it's gone. You know, but I think that I think they're going to try to figure out, especially the Russo brothers are going to try to figure out what's the game plan after Secret Wars. And obviously it's going to be X-Men is going to be the main thing. So it's going to be everything revolving around that, and then they're not in charge, but they're like the head creative minds for whatever is going to happen with the X-Men, so yeah. I'm not too upset. I mean, I really didn't care. Besides, I wanted Nova, and I wanted that for sure. I really didn't care about the Terror, whatever, and I really didn't care about the Strange Academy or Voodoo Academy, whatever the hell they're calling it.
Well, Strange Academy, I've been really trying to read up on a lot of this stuff. I have like maybe 6 of the Strange Academy books, so I've been literally filling out, trying to figure out all this stuff,
catching up.
Thinking that's something that we had to know, and now I know I can put it to the side and not revisit it for about another year or so. So I'll go back to my other books.
Yeah. Also, like from what I understand, it wasn't even going to be like Doctor Strange. It was going to be Wong was going to be the main like headmaster.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, so I don't know. I'm not against it, but I really wasn't.
No one's going to be invested in that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the Nova. I hope that still does happen because I think Nova's a cool character.
Especially
and
with
you
Henry
already have the
Cavill
Nova
being
Corps.
that Henry Cavill would have been amazing as Nova.
If that
was going to be happening, that would have been awesome.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But yeah, I mean, just the soft reboot of the Spider-Man talk, plus everything else being canceled, the TV show wise, at least, and us not getting any major announcements after Secret Wars. Like we know Blade is going to happen at some point, but I feel like even that got affected by everything kind of up in the air after the Secret Wars, like. Do you see that as a bad thing or as a good thing though? Like we don't know what's going to happen in the MCU after Secret Wars. There's always been like a list of movies and stuff that we have. Like after Secret Wars, we have ideas of what we know we're getting, but we have no game plan. There's no schedule. There's no giant timeline on the big screen that we're seeing.
But wasn't that the same as Endgame? Come up to Endgame, you really didn't have any of these movies behind.
I mean, after Endgame, you had Spider-Man. That was it.
Yeah, I think that was as far as their
I think
plan
Spider-Man was
went.
the only one that was the epilogue.
Mm-hmm. After that, they just were kind of throwing stuff at the wall to see what stuck.
They didn't have a plan, right? We no longer had that weren't in the same thing. We didn't know what the storyline we were going after. We thought we were going to have, Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther. We're going to have a T'Challa. We thought a lot of other things. So, they have been kind of in limbo for a while now. So, I don't think they should try to make plans right now until they know how they're going to go forward. What are they going to do?
Agree.
Like the idea of Black Panther 3 is going to be a very important movie going forward. How do they use that? Especially since that's supposed to be after all this, after we get Endgame and Secret Wars and all that stuff, that's all gonna that's gonna be the only movie that we really know. And you're gonna get a Doctor Strange movie somewhere in there too. You're gonna get a Shang-Chi somewhere in there too. You just don't know what you're gonna do with these characters until you figure it. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's all we got.
Yeah, we should have had something on a Shang-Chi sequel.
Should be the longest tangent. No, that's our recast tangents.
That's how we always are.
Black Panther 3 and Baku forever. Stop.
Yeah, no, I'll burn the whole studio down. Literally, I wouldn't even have a mask on. I want them to know it was me.
It was me. Delta Dan saying soft reboot / Moon Saga is after Secret Wars, right?
Yeah.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor is we're gonna get the soft reboot and then Secret or the Mutant Saga. I know for sure we're getting the Mutant Saga, but we don't have any details about it, and that's what I'm kind of saying is like after Secret Wars, like you said, like we're getting Shang-Chi, we're getting possibly Eternals. We're getting a Blade, but that's it, man. We just have these like things that we're getting. We don't know anything,
That Blade
and I agree.
movie,
Yeah.
that Blade movie will never see the light of day.
I think it will at this point. I think there's going to be enough of us people saying, why are we taking so long on Blade? Why are you not giving this proper, focus? And it's going to have to happen.
Yeah, but I think
20 years later.
Yeah, that's why I think Mahershala is going to step down, because it's going to happen after everything. So you're talking about like in 5 years, like I'm not even exaggerating. I'm like, it's probably gonna be like in 5 years.
I think they're gonna
movie.
film. I think they'll start filming it at the end of this year. Have it cut, probably done filming, middle of 2026.
You don't think it's gonna get delayed?
I think they'll do it just because Mahershala wants to prove a point. They're gonna prove a point. They're gonna start filming 2025. They're gonna finish middle of 2026. Everything will come out 2027. The November 2027 will be Blade.
I see. I mean, that's not bad, but especially if you want to tie it into what's going on, it's not a bad way to introduce maybe the next saga is with Blade.
Mm-hmm.
They could be the start of the new saga. I could see that. I could see that. But yeah. I just don't think it's that big of a issue of these shows getting canceled. Like, that's fine. Sometimes you gotta clean house a little bit. I mean, besides that, besides Nova finding a showrunner, no one else was attached to any of the projects, right?
No, not officially.
Yeah, it was just the showrunner for Nova. Was that even official, or was that more like
it said Nova found a showrunner, so that's why I thought that was.
Because I remember.
They had a showrunner.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
it seemed like the wheels were in motion.
Yeah, which we might get that first, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not too disappointed in losing some TV shows. I want them to figure out their stuff, figure out their game plan. The Russo brothers, on board with the mutants, so maybe Kevin Feige can focus on the Avenger side of the MCU, and then the Russos can get the mutant side going. So we'll see. Yeah, I kind of want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about these canceled shows, because some people are losing their minds.
Nova's that's a big deal.
Nova sucks. Yeah,
it's just Strange Academy is interesting, but I mean, it just could have been somewhere you're going to go with Avengers after after we in the mutant saga. You may focus on these new Avengers. Somehow. Yeah,
I could have done without Strange Academy could have gone either way. I would have been fine with or without it.
Yeah. Nova was going to be a cool one.
Yeah, Nova, and it seems like it's around the right time for Nova too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
we set so much of that world up already too. With the Nova Corps and all that,
and then left it.
Yeah. But cool. We'll move on real quick before we move on. I know Ty.
Yeah, we have
unmarked it. Yeah. Favorite movies I want to share. I've made a list of my 3 favorite movies I want to share it. Say Killing the Secret Deer, The Lobster, and Midsommar. I know The Lobster you said before. Killing of the Secret Deer. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's another Yorgos Lanthimos movie.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Ty is Yorgos person.
He's in that.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I'm not a fan.
I don't like him. I don't like his movies. I'm scared to watch interviews with him too. He just seems like a frigging weirdo. I don't even dislike just his movies. I just don't like him.
Some people get rubbed the wrong way by directors. Like what's his name?
Scorsese.
Scorsese. Oh my god, the guy who did Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill.
Oh, Tarantino.
Oh, Tarantino.
You know, Tarantino definitely rubs people the wrong way for multiple reasons. So
he does seem to have a pretty strong personality.
yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
And then
I was gonna, before you do that, before you go on, what are you guys' top 3 movies all time? Real quick,
man.
That's
three,
tough.
just 3. He gave you there's 3. Do a 3 quickly.
I think Fight Club, Matrix. I don't know what that third one is. I really love Interstellar, but I don't know if it's in my top 3. It's for sure probably in my top 5. Fight Club and Matrix are probably my 2 favorite movies of all time. I love those movies so much, man. So much. The third one, yeah, I can put it on. What you got?
Probably Fight Club, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and third one, probably Beauty and the Beast, the 1992 version.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
I'm probably The Lion King, The Matrix, and City of God.
Oh, City of God's going. Lion King's another good one. Yeah.
And right outside, Shawshank Redemption is right outside my top 3. I love Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. I think Sword and Stone might be up there for me too.
Nice.
I did like Sword and Stone when I was a kid. Brandon's asking, who doesn't like Tarantino?
He's a great director.
A lot of people don't like Tarantino.
A lot of people, you know, between well, who's it? Samuel L. Jackson defended his like use of the N-word a lot.
Yep.
You know, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. You know, he loves Tarantino. But you know, the N-word used a lot. There's a lot of racism. There's a lot of other stuff going on. You know, I don't know if it's say sexism or sexist, but yeah, well, so I like him, but like Brandman said too, he's a very strong opinion kind of person, a strong personality. So some of his takes kind of suck too. Like he loves the Joker 2 movie. Like he thinks it was a great movie.
He said it was like a middle finger to the studio and the industry. I'm like, this isn't the flex you think it is. He still agreed. Todd Phillips still agreed to do it. He still took the money.
It's a middle finger to people that like movies. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tarantino doesn't like comic book movies, so it being a bad movie was probably like for him like the best thing ever. It's like, see, I'm right. Brandon said Mary Poppins, West Side Story, and Mission Impossible 4. That is a wild list, man.
That's I love that though. That's an eclectic list. I love it.
So I mean, they're all great movies. Sugar can fight dance through Tom Cruise. Gotcha.
Yeah. I would say a singing British person, white Puerto Ricans who aren't really Puerto Rican, and Tom Cruise.
This movie will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
I said Yorgos is my spirit animal. Did you see sign that said storage?
Oh yeah.
What? No.
Did you know? No, that's a movie in the movie. That's a line he said in the movie.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what the hell, Brandon? Like, what the Brandon? What movie said that?
Which one was it? The one that got shot in the face. That's Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I gotta watch that again.
You gotta go in and he puts him in the trunk. I mean, he puts him in the garage, whatever. They have to go clean up all the brain matter.
Oh, yeah.
They accidentally shot him in the face when he was asking the question. He was like, "Man, I don't even have an opinion." He shot him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of carelessly like turns around and like holds the gun at the guy like this.
So, oh
That's
no, I
what-
shot Marvin.
You
I shot
idiot.
him. Oh no.
Well,
Pointing a gun at that dude like that.
So,
All right.
oh no.
Quick shout out to viewer Drew saying he's going to see Brave New World tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be fun. I think you'll like it.
It's a whole lot of fun. I mean,
think-
everyone's a lot of hate on it, but you know,
I had a fun
it's
time.
fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like
If I had to, yeah.
I was saying before we were
If I-
live, Brian was saying watching it a second time makes it better.
It
And I
really
agree.
does. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. If I had to sum it up in a you know, I'd say it was enough. It did what it needed to do. I was satisfied, and I think
Yeah.
it's got a lot of rewatch value.
I think so too. There you go. Empire Strikes Back, Face Off, and The Godfather. Empire
Those are good
Strikes
numbers.
Back might be on my definitely up there too.
It's definitely in my top 10. Empire
up
Strikes
there.
Back is definitely my top 10.
Face Off is a good one. I don't know if it's my favorite movie of all time, but it's a guilty pleasure. It's I saw that movie way too young. Way too young. It's such a fun movie though. Such a fun movie. All right. Well, he said Ninja Turtles, the first movie from the 90s, Ghostbusters 2, and The Little Mermaid.
Those are good
Okay.
numbers. This was good movies.
That's a good
I
list.
enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, the original live action Ninja Turtles, that's a classic. And it holds up. It
still
100%
does.
holds up. Ghostbusters 2 is a great one, and Little
Mhm.
Mermaid.
I went and bought the trilogy of the original live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I have all of them,
I
and
think it came in
it's
a box
awesome.
set.
Yep, in a box set. Yep.
Yeah, I got the 3.
The pizza box.
No, I wish that would be cool.
That would have been perfect. That would have been a perfect steel book.
Well, no, but it's just a little box. And Ty said my top 10 is just Yorgos and Ari Aster.
Right on.
All right. What time is it? All right, we could do the Avatar thing real quick before we get into our reviews. Let's see, you got this up for us, Brian. So we got the news today because the 20th anniversary is coming up soon of the new Avatar series, Avatar 7 Havens, coming from the original creators. So they're coming back. The 2 main creators of Avatar are coming back and doing this next show. So this is the video of obviously what's his name? Donnie Brasco? You know,
Dante Basco.
Dante Basco, who's obviously Zuko. And I don't know, for you guys, I will always forever see him as from Hook,
Rufio.
Rufio.
Oh, he'll always be-
Always be Rufio. Like, I hear Zuko, but nah, that's Rufio.
Zuko
You
sounds
can't-
like Rufio. It's so
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah, and then we have the voice actress for Kara as well. Not Kara. Yeah.
Katara. Or
Katara.
Korra.
No, Cora.
Cora.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Yeah. I think her name's Janet Varney. Is her name?
Yeah. But I know they have a podcast together. So, but yeah, go ahead. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Can't hear anything. So that's
Yeah, mute right there. Go down.
I just saw it. Yeah. There.
Yeah.
Let's try that one more time. Let's hit play.
On the way. I can't believe it.
In celebration of the 20th anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Nickelodeon has officially announced a brand new series.
The mythology of the adventures of the Avatar universe continues in Avatar: 7 Havens.
7 Havens will be set in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm.
When a young earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar, her and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins.
And they must save the 7 Havens before civilization's last strongholds collapse, all the while being hunted by both human and spirit enemies.
Because in the era of 7 Havens, being the Avatar means you're humanity's destroyer, not savior.
Wow. I wonder what the last Avatar did to cause that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, Varney. But if you're fired up and you're ready to talk about all things Avatar, we got something else that'll lift your spirits.
Braving the Elements is back!
You gotta deal with it!
Join us on our award-winning watch-along podcast when we dive into a brand new
Alright, you can
era,
stop it from
The
there.
Legend
You
of
can say
Korra.
this.
My era's not over yet!
Yeah,
It's a cool podcast if you like Avatar. Hearing them two talk about like their works.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull that up now, so I'll listen to it in the gym in the morning. What's the name of it?
Shit, I forgot what it was called.
no, they just said it too, huh?
Yeah,
They just
said
did. It slipped my mind already. Avatar.
I don't. You know what?
Braving the Elements. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I hate Korra so much. It just, I don't know. It just never sat well with me. I hate her so much.
I
Yeah.
liked her. She was no Aang, obviously.
She was the worst Avatar ever.
I like how the two comments right there are from like she's the worst Avatar in history.
wow.
I told you how Korra ruined everything.
Right, look at that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of how they ended the show and her opening up the spirit world. I thought was interesting, to say the least, but
I think she's made all the wrong decisions, and it's like she was almost built to undo what Aang did. That's what I felt like the entire time I'm watching. I'm like,
yeah.
all the goodwill went out the door.
Brandon said, "Yeah, it's a hard pass for me. I'm not interested in that." But I think you didn't even watch the Avatar stuff, though, right?
I have all of them sitting there on my
Same
thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Legend of Korra stuff too as well.
Yeah, I did not.
No, I got the big box set of all of it.
Oh, damn it, I do.
Don't even know. But what do you guys think about this? You're having the next avatars, in the cycle, obviously Earthbenders, but they're being hunted by everybody and spirits, and they're seen as the destroyers. So obviously that's gonna change, right? Because they have to somehow save everything. But just how the avatars looked at in this world now is interesting. Like Kara did fuck shit up.
Yep.
Like
Korra was the worst.
yeah, like they're even running, and I wonder if the showrunners are doing that because I believe they weren't in on the end of Korra. Like they were removed or left, I believe, before Korra finished. So like that, none of that was their doing. So it's just like a big F you to that, to like, oh, you're gonna do this? We're gonna make the world hate what she did.
Well, no, I mean the Korra. The end of Korra did that to me, so it made me hate. So
Yeah,
that's what it did. Immediately anyway. So I just felt like that was not a great way of doing things. I don't like the Legend of Korra, and it's funny because I did like the first season, and the further it went along, the more I didn't like it.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah. But I am interested because they say a lot of the original people will be coming back as spirits, and will there be guides? Because if the spirit world is also hunting for, I wonder if there will be guides to try to fix the things the right way. Will Aang be there to try to Katara will be there? Will Zuko be there to try to fix things the right way?
That'd be interesting. They didn't say how far ahead this is from the end of Korra.
I mean, for her to be the next Avatar, right? It's usually 100 years, right?
No, it just when the last one dies, the new one is born like instantly.
Doesn't the animated Avatar movie come out at the end of the year this year?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That focuses on Aang,
it's
adult
like
Aang.
Team Avatar as adults, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome.
Which I'm excited for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really think the animated movies extended universe, even the Netflix series, is just one big apology for what M. Night Shyamalan did.
And just erase it from ever existing.
That man is never going to live that down, and I am here for it.
Just always remind him.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm interested in this one. I want to see why they're being hunted. Why they're considered destroyers. I was like, I don't know if Kara did that much where she would be considered a destroyer of humanity, but
Yeah, I can see Korra. I mean, Korra was not good, man. I don't know. It just wasn't good.
yeah, but I like it. I mean, I'm interested. And twins, so you have like that twin thing going on that's going to happen. You know, I wonder if they're going to split it up. Can you have like two
Half the
halves?
powers.
Yeah, like this one can only do these two elements, and this one can only do two. So they have to like find a way to like
They gotta do like
their shit.
They gotta do like a dance, and then they gotta like, like
do that. Well, or like one lets the other one borrow the power temporarily, but there's like effects. I don't know. I think you could do some cool stuff with that. You know, and I know the creators are really good when it comes to like finding some interesting stuff to tell. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm interested to see what they do with it. I mean, it could be really cool. I mean, it could be like Dragon Ball. It could be something that you can bring in to kind of fix things. You know how Dragon Ball went off and they did the wrong thing, and then you bring the original creator back in, and all of a sudden it becomes good again. This could be the same type of thing.
Yeah, but it'll never be the same, because even though it's good again, a lot of people hated like just for your reference, like Super, because GT sucked. I'm sorry, GT sucked. So they came back. The original creator came back, did Super. I enjoyed Super, but a lot of people hated it. You know, it was too simple, too blah 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 blah. So it's hard to catch that lightning in the bottle again.
You never go back again, because I mean, Avatar came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
I was sitting there watching it like, what the hell am I watching? And then I'm watching it. I'm like, it's part one of season 1, and I'm going to the store trying to find it immediately. Like, I can't believe. And then the next part coming on, and I'm looking on Nickelodeon, like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Like literally, like this. That's how good it was. And I have all the movies from each season because I had to go watch it again. And I couldn't just stream it at the time. So I had to go out and buy as it came out. I was buying each individual one. So that's why I didn't need the box set for the first Avatar, because I have all 3 seasons. I have all of it already there.
Yeah. So,
but you know what? You're gonna get Phantom Zone on. So
yeah, man. That's
Phantom Zone.
We need like a
video right now.
2 minute timeout, man. 2 minute. You're Canadian, right? You know about the 2 minute roughing or whatever you want to call it. Avatar is awesome. It is a great story. You know, the original, the 3 seasons, the original with Aang is so good. So good. It is. But cool. Yeah, so we'll see once we get more of the 7 Havens, and then like Brandman said, we're getting the movie later on with Aang, and Team Avatar. So we'll definitely for sure check that out, because I cannot wait for that. And we're getting season 2 and 3 of the live action pretty soon too. So that should be happening sometime soon. So we'll see how it all comes out with the Avatar things. But we want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the new Avatar announcement, the 7 Havens. What you think about it? You hate it? You like it? We want to hear your opinions. Make sure you hit like button, hit that subscribe button, and come and join us every Monday and Thursday. And if you are in the live chat, stick around, because we're going to move on to our next topic. Oh man, throat's killing me. I did see this the animated Chinese movie that's like killing the numbers, and then Delta Dan came in it and said it. I want to watch it. Friend of the show, Sully Streams, he did a review on it. You go check it out. It's like killing over on his channel. But I love animation. I love anime and stuff like that.
It looks amazing.
It looks awesome. It looks awesome. And I didn't hear about it until today. So I'm like, I gotta watch this thing. I gotta watch it. So
we should watch the trailer?
Can we?
Why not? Hold on, let's figure out what the hell this is. Let's see if I can bring this over here and
I see, Brandon, I think you might like Avatar though. I think you might like it.
Korra, it's so well done. It's so well done. And storytelling is top notch. So he could.
Yeah. I think you might like it. And we got Nanette in the house. What's up?
Nanette, how you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really watched anything except for Bleach.
Well, let's check out this trailer if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, this is like new. So, and it's from China. Is it from China or is it Japan? I think it's China.
I think it's Chinese, but let's
Yeah.
see. Don't do it.
A CMC company. Yeah, let's check it out.
All right, here we go.
哪吒，好久不见呐！你愿与老夫一同出征否？
这家我最擅长。我乃哪吒三太子。
瞧，一身正气。
等降妖来，化作尸，开吃！收你们来了！今日到此除奸恶，尔等妖孽快受死！
龙族犯下滔天罪行，
我们报仇雪恨的千载良机到了。
我若出战，就让陈塘关鸡犬不留。
住手！
你不想活了？
我活不活无所谓，我只有你死！
哪吒，你战力未完，立刻荡平幽谷。
给我！
Okay.
Is number 2? I didn't even know there was the first one.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a first one, right?
Well, first one came out in 2019, so yeah.
I mean,
literally, I typed in the name, and the first thing that popped up was Sully's review. So go definitely go check out Sully.
I mean,
yeah,
it looks like interesting. But if you're not into anime, you're not into a lot of this stuff, I can see you not wanting to see it.
Yeah, because I only seen the pictures, so this is the first time I've seen anything about it. It's not what I was expecting, but I like it. I'm definitely gonna watch this one. I thought the animation looks cool.
It looked cool immediately, but I thought it might. Oh, the story seemed very silly, but that's what you get a lot of times in anime. So,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be doing something right because it is breaking a bunch of records, like with animated box office. See, already it made worldwide almost $13 million.
Damn.
Yeah. So opening weekend was 7.6 million, and it was only in the 772 theaters, which I'm assuming is just China.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know like that's not a lot, but for an animated film, like that's like for like especially an animated anime one, yeah. Yeah, becomes the highest grossing animated movie ever.
Top of $1.7 billion.
Yeah. That's why. Oh, was that the first one? I might have been looking at the first one. Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah, so the first one did $700 million. The first one. The second one has already done, crazy numbers.
1.7 billion. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's at the number 8 movie overall on global chart. That's
these
wild.
are two, yeah.
That is wild. Yeah, that was the box office for the first one.
No, so I'm looking at the second one. I don't have this huge numbers.
Yeah. No, that is the on
Box
one. Office Mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where the numbers coming from then. Yeah, because that was February 14th. It dropped over there. Yeah, because that was Deadline, right? Deadline said it becomes the highest grossing animated movie ever.
And maybe it dropped in China beforehand.
It did like a day, I think, before. So, so here it goes. Note that while Chinese ticket platforms have been including the next day's pre-sales to calculate the NZ2 milestone on a rolling basis, Deadline is not including the pre-sales and are using full day reported estimates. So the projected final in China has been adjusted slightly downward to $2.08 billion. That's the projection. That's
nuts.
Yeah.
$2.80 billion. What the hell?
Yeah. It would be the first time a film reaches the benchmark in a single market if it hits over $2 billion. Yeah.
So Niza 2 topped Inside Out 2's 1.699 billion global on Wednesday with 1.7 billion from just the home market through the close of business day on Thursday.
Yeah. So those numbers on Box Office Mojo can't be right because that's only doing until Monday, I think it was. So that's wild.
And it's been out for a week.
Yeah.
How do you make that much money in a week?
Week.
How's that possible?
I mean, since Thursday, a week. I mean, it's got to be people going to watch it like over and over again. That's the only thing I could think of.
Did every person in China go see it?
Like multiple times.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's 1 billion people in China. So, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, for it only being out for a week, it's already like that crazy. Because on the 18th, it is when it broke the record.
That makes you think that maybe it's been out longer than that. And maybe it came out earlier when it needs that 2 can actually come out.
Because like on here, it says the release dates in the trailer right here. It says the 13th was
the 13th
China,
and 14th, right?
And 14th, yeah.
That's a lot of money to get in one.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
It's so weird. Like, how do you? Man,
China could be inflating the numbers. I mean, yeah, I mean it could. I don't know how their like regulations are for them to show the proof. I don't know. But yeah, say if it's a kids movie, they better dub it because it ain't reading a whole movie with my kids. Yeah. Subtitles for kids is never that fun.
Said Niza 2's unprecedented $1.6 billion box office success has been explained by IMAX China since its release date. The sequel of Niza, blah 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 blah. They are $1.66 billion worldwide. Most of it comes from China. The fastest to $1 billion ever. Said the story is he explained the movie is part of an investure of the gods, a Chinese story, which cultural roots have been bolstered to the film's popularity. The IMAX China CEO also explained how the country's movies business took longer to recover from COVID-19. So they're not just getting people. The first time it's the first big movie to come in to the movie theater, and everyone's going out to kind of check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never seen anything hit $1 billion like the first week.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, and it looks interesting. So I guess we have to go see it. But $1 billion, like when Barbie hit $1 billion, that was like after like 6 weeks.
Yeah, it was a while. It was a little while. You know, but he said China does have the most screens in the world, though. Yeah, a lot, by a lot too. So, I mean, they could and they could be pushing it, you know, where it's in a lot of theaters because it's very like national, you know. So you got to support like, you know, national movies and stuff like that, you know, over there. Yeah, yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting. I definitely want to check it out though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if something's breaking the record of like the highest animated movie ever, I want to see that animated movie because I love animation. I think it's one of my favorite mediums of media. You know, but yeah, that's crazy.
So Niza 2 is at 1.66 billion. Detective Chinatown 1900 has 443.1 million. Captain America Brave New World is at 192.4. You know, that's a little old because we're at 208 million. Creation of the Gods Demon Force is at 160.2 million. You know, all these are like Chinese movies. Booney Bears, The Future Reborn is at 101 million. Legends of the Condor Heroes, The Gallants is at 89.3 million. And Dogman at 87.2. Those are the top, the real tops.
Yeah. So there's like 2 American films.
Yeah, 2 American films and everything else is Chinese.
Everything else. Cool than that. I hope you feel better. Take some med, get some sleep. You know, it's going around. It sucks. So feel better. I don't know if you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm starting to get like stuffy right now.
And I just getting back from RSV, so
yeah.
So I understand.
Well, there you go. Hey, speaking of Sully, yo, the NZ2 rips. Nice. Also, so we looked up just the name, just the name of it, just the Niza 2, and you're like the first video that popped up, man. So congrats with that. I know I think it's doing pretty good on your channel. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to watch this movie now. Like just seeing the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I like cool, like Monkey King kind of stuff, and this seems like kind of similar, obviously different, but you know,
I mean, if it's
like
a cultural, if it's cultural thing, so I mean, it's gonna have to do a lot of stories for the culture. I'm about it. You know, with good fighting scenes. I mean, come on, it gotta be good.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. He goes, seriously though, fight sequences and animation in the new one is great. Okay. Yeah. In the trailer, they looked interesting. They looked cool. You know, with the fire and everything. Like,
do you need to watch Niza the first one first to really appreciate the movie, Sully?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. If I do I have to see the first one first before I really enjoy it?
I mean, I might watch it anyway, just because if the second one is good, I might go back and watch the first one. He said, I would suggest watching the first one beforehand to get the story. It's free on YouTube and also good. There you go.
All right.
Pick it up. It's free on YouTube and it's good.
You had me at hello.
Yeah, right. But anybody watching, go check out Sully streams. We did a few Oscar reviews with him, you know, and he did a review for this movie that we're talking about, and it might be like legit like one of the only reviews on it. So
he's about to hit a bill too on this.
There you go. It's breaking records in China and on Sully's YouTube channel. He said yes. Yep. But cool. I'm down. Check this out. We'll jump on that bandwagon of reviewing it. Excuse me. But cool. You guys want to talk about some of the TV shows?
Let's do it.
Cool. Since Brandman didn't watch Reacher, we could save Reacher and we could maybe do a recording on Saturday or something.
I mean, Brandman's gonna be in the air.
Oh, that's right.
On Saturday.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
We're gonna try to make
flying.
time.
I would say don't. You don't get to be out there that long.
Yeah.
Are you going with friends or are you just going by yourself? Or
Going by
people?
myself. Hanging with people out there.
Okay. That's fun. Well, here we'll start with Spider-Man because I know Brian's got some things to say about Spider-Man.
Here we go.
Yep. Oh man. So Brian, are you going to watch Win or Lose with the Girls? Oh, is that out already?
I didn't know it was already out. Honestly,
yeah. I know it's coming soon. I didn't know when it was coming out because that does look good. I wanted to see it.
Yeah, it definitely is out.
Is it? Okay.
Now available on Disney Plus. Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, B, I'm definitely going to be checking that out with my girls. Just like I did with this show, Spider-Man. We watched the entire thing together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, "Hey, guy, what's the next one? I want to know what the next thing is." Like, all right, it's the next one. I was like, all right, we'll watch it all.
All right, let's jump right into it and talk about it. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer. I am with Brandman Brandon, Brian and Grizzly, and we're here to talk about the second half, episode 6 through 10 of the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show.
Wait. Before we get too far into this, I owe someone an apology. One next to me. Hold on. Look you in the eyes.
Yeah. I should play the clip right now of turn the other way.
It's not.
No,
it's working for me. I'm looking at him.
No, you're looking at the side over here.
You're flipped over. You're mirrored.
Wait, let me turn this way.
You're mirrored. We're looking at each other.
Oh, we are?
That's YouTube.
I'm looking at it. No, we're looking at it.
Okay.
Maybe we all both mirrored now.
Brian's looking the wrong way, right? See? It's not, I think you're mirrored, man.
I am mirrored. They ain't think about nothing.
I was saying you might be mirrored just because of the background needs to be there. You go.
Because it has to be mirrored. All right. After looking in your eyes, deep into your soul.
Somebody screenshot this, by the way. I want this for posterity.
Get closer.
This will never happen again. No, I'm a married man, so honestly, when I've learned when you make a mistake, you have to say you're wrong. You own up to it. And Brandman, I am wrong. Spider-Man was good. The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was a fun show. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the entire ride past like episode 3. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed it with my kids. It brought my family closer together. That's how good the show. The show brought my family closer together. I have to say I was wrong. You were right. You were big. I'm little. And there's nothing I could do about it. Nothing I could do about it. So, you're right. Cool. It's good, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ride. Okay,
I knew you would. I had a feeling you'd come around.
I would say that's Brandman's new ringtone.
I stay honest. Well, I try to be as honest as if I feel like something is really good, I don't want to just say, "Oh, I said that was going to be bad at the beginning." I'm not going to just hold on to it. No, if it's good, it's good. What up, T? I feel like you earned it. You stuck behind it, and I'm with you. And it was good. I enjoyed the ending. I enjoyed the middle. I enjoyed all of it. Him becoming Spider-Man, I really enjoyed it. And keeping his friendships together. That was good.
Yeah. We'll get in depth into it. But yeah, I had a feeling you'd appreciate especially the last 2 episodes, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching. I was like, "Come on, this is awesome." I'm not going to sit there and hate on something if it's actually good. I refuse. I refuse to be that guy.
Well, I mean, I had my doubts too with it, just because like the animation was not fully my style. But by the end, Like
I didn't even notice anymore.
I didn't even notice, and the animation like was part of like the story. I think because it felt very like jumping off the page of a comic book kind of vibe.
That's why I liked it. I
Yeah.
like the old school vibe of the animation. It was very like 60s retro Jack Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that, and I liked how, especially what B's saying. Like, I love the color scheme, like how vibrant it was.
Yeah,
and just the show as a whole, I really enjoyed it. I liked like how it set the stage for future seasons. It ended with him coming into his own as Spider-Man. Laid some nice groundwork for what can happen down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked
even
it.
the Green Goblin's going to be there. I mean, there's a lot of things they can do going forward. I'm really enjoying it. I just I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they were able to pull it off. And it's not just like the animation style. It's not just any of the stuff. It's the story that I liked. I enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought that the story was going to be, they should have followed what the MCU's. No, I'm glad they did their own thing. I think they did a good job. The Sokovia Accords was a good way to kind of keep things together. I have no complaints about those things. So no, I like this a lot, and I'm excited to see a season 2 of it.
Me too.
Yeah. I just sent
Really
you some concept art of Gwen Stacy for season 2. Bring that up, but. Yeah, I'm right there with the story is what sold me, man, because they made it a point to say like this is where it veers off different from the MCU, which is cool. So it's like you're familiar what's going on in the world, but it's different because it's happening with this version of Spider-Man who didn't get to fight on the tarmac that day in Civil War. So, but yeah, so that's the concept art of, I don't know if it's concept art, but the actual art of Gwen Stacy. So her, and then the next one is her in her costume.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to go the route of the Miles kind of one where she's from a different universe, reality, or whatever. I wonder if they're going to go that route because how does she get her powers?
And then, but do you do that without Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
But right now this is wide open. I mean, it's not the same as the MCU. You can do anything you want to do. So try it out. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. And they're doing a bunch of cool stuff. The Tombstone thing was interesting. At first I wasn't on board, and then I kind of liked it, but I still feel like that's the one storyline where I wasn't fully on board with. That was my only one, because it was cool at the end where he's turning into Tombstone and all that, but it's also like I feel like there was no reason for him to go as hard as he did to support the gang. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I get you're stuck in there, but now it's like you're enjoying it, kind of thing. It's like that was my only issue, with the story wise.
And he had a way to get out, right? Because the leader left and ran off. Instead of him just going on his own merry way, saying, "Okay, I'm going to recapture my life. I'm going to redo what I need to do." He decides to go ahead and be the leader now. Everyone's going to follow him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
especially
it froze.
But so that was my only major issue with the story. Otherwise, I love the Harry, the both Osborns. I thought that was good. The Doc Ock stuff was interesting. Scorpion was interesting.
That was real cool.
The last episode I thought was really cool with the present time going back and messing with the first episode
was cool.
Stuff. I did not see that coming.
I did not expect that, and I love how even one thing that is always amusing to me, no matter how good a guy he comes off as in every incarnation, in every universe. Norman Osborn is a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a dick from the get-go. I mean,
he was a dick from the get-go. He just had a little bit of a smoother taste. On this series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
It's
worry
great.
that you're going to enjoy Harry too much and then something's going to happen? You're going to enjoy him so much and then all of a sudden you're like, I can't believe, why did they do this to my Harry?
Yeah.
I mean, if they follow normal Harry Osborn kind of stuff, like it never ends well. So
yeah.
you know.
They just made him a little more competent in most incarnations. He's like a world-class screw up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead, here he's been homeschooled. He's very, very popular. People know him. People like him. He seems to be a really good person. So,
yeah, and he seems competent in his own right. And not necessarily just riding the coattails of his dad.
But he also doesn't seem like he's trying to prove himself to his father either. He's like, no, I'm confident in who I am too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna go out on my own and I'm gonna go ahead and make this super suit myself. My dad doesn't even need to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I had to look up her name. I forgot. Nico.
Yeah.
I even like what they're doing with Nico. That's going to happen in season 2 with her character, because she's a character I had to look up. I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm like, oh, this is like a little bit more of a deeper cut, because even I was
her talisman and how she it's the jewel inside, right?
It's her mom's inside.
Yeah,
they have like ancient like magic power or something like that. With the jewel thing, but it's her mom. From what I had to look it up because I had like no idea who Nico was. But yeah, but even like the Venom stuff that we're gonna get, which that's gonna be so awesome. I feel they might go the route of the video game, and Harry somehow is going to get the Venom. I don't know first or second, but I think he's gonna get it.
I like that. I
can see that, but I can see this lasting a few seasons, man. Like a few seasons.
Same. There's a lot they can do with it.
Yeah,
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see that it's going to be good. I was like, ugh. And now I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what comes up. What are you going to do next?
Yeah,
change my whole outlook on everything.
Yeah, he goes. Watch for 7 in the last 2 were out. Yeah, there's 10 episodes. So if you only watch the first 7, there's 3 are out. So yeah, it finished yesterday. Was the last of it. He said, "Why do the writers what if this thing?"
Well, why not?
They do it. What if?
No, it's more just what if. They're saying that this is what happens.
Yeah,
this is a different universe. It's a different type of universe.
That's a different universe. Yeah. Same thing. Like the Miles with the Sony is kind of a different universe, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just another incarnation.
I don't want to. It's not really ruining it, but there's a part. Here's a spoiler. If you haven't seen the last episode, put this on mute for like 10 seconds.
No, don't say anything. No, don't
it's such
do
a
that.
good part.
No, but you don't do that. It just came out 1 day later.
But it doesn't change anything in the story.
Yeah, but if they haven't watched the last episode, I don't want them. B just said he's got 2 episodes.
It was pretty awesome, though. I know what you're talking about. Tank.
Yeah,
It was pretty awesome.
Just get around the bush. You don't have to.
I don't want to ruin it, but I know Brian Man knows what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure Brian knows what I'm talking about. Yep. I thought that was really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But we got who was it? Charlie Cox.
Yep.
Came
Daredevil.
and did a cool fight with Daredevil. Yeah.
Guy's butt whooped.
Yeah. Feel free to talk. I'm pausing. Nah, we're past it. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm trying to look at was that Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange?
I don't
I
think that
couldn't
was
tell.
him.
No, it
I don't
wasn't.
think so, right?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Because he kind of sounded like him, but I was like, I can't really put my finger on it or not.
Did he sound like him or did he sound like a British guy?
He sounded like a British guy trying to sound English
Like Benedict
or
Cumberbatch.
American. Just exaggerate all your some certain words or letters. Yeah, I was trying to see. I can't tell, but yeah, I'm down, man. Just the finale, all the things that leaves it open for. The action I thought was fun. You know, the big fight scene at the end. All the fight scenes were really a lot of fun.
Oh, I loved them.
Yeah.
I loved how I loved how fluid and like just I associate fight scenes in that style with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, final one with him and soon to be Tombstone was awesome.
Yeah.
You get a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, we didn't see any teasers for it, right? But I mean, we saw the glider. You know, the glider came in. You know, which obviously that's pointing at what's going to happen. Yeah, we got a lot. I like the reasoning on why these characters are kind of stuck. You know, like Scorpion. You know, and then we got Chameleon. I think that's who he was supposed to be. And he had said like Rhino. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that with the race? Sex swapping Rhino.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I can't think it's that big of a character that I needed to worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited about Amadeus Cho. Seeing what that's going to end up being. Says Robin Atkin Downs was Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So, I mean, Kingpin. I think Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be playing a part in the next season. So, I think they have a lot of things because I mean, you already have Daredevil. You go ahead and go the route of having him be the neighborhood friendly Spider-Man in this show. Instead, they don't try to go backwards in the MCU anymore. Go that way.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. They laid a ton of groundwork, so I'm really excited to see it. There's a lot they can do with this. Yeah. I'm probably gonna rewatch the entire thing.
Yeah. I would say it was a little bit of a slower start where I wasn't sure what I felt yet. And then I think Brian said about episode 3, it started to change. And that I think so. It's like, once he started trying to figure out who he was, then I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing. And then by the end of the season, he became,
when he was no longer a lovesick puppy or wasn't chasing after this ideal, but trying to really figure out who people were, figure out who he is and all that stuff. I thought that's when it started to get really good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sold on the season 2. Hopefully we get it started soon.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't have to wait 2 or 3 years.
Oh man, yeah, I know.
That would kill all the momentum, so we don't definitely need that.
I wonder if that's why also with this animation style, I feel this animation style might be easier to do. So I wonder if this did well as it did, doing a season 2 might be they can go quicker with it because of the more simple animation style.
I don't know. I mean, how many times was this delayed? So I don't know what the issue was. I don't know if it's harder doing that, the whimsical animation style. I don't know how that's going to actually go, but I'm just hoping that it's a quick turnaround.
Agreed. And we'll finish with our ratings. So this is the whole season. Now, later, never. Brandman, what you giving? Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
This gets a now. This gets a now.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching this. Even if you're not a Spider-Man or Marvel fan, I think there's some fun to be had with it. Just the style, the animation style, just the writing, the voice acting. I thought it, not like a perfect masterpiece of a show by any means, but it still gave me what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and I'm curious to see how many more seasons they do, because they could do more than enough of them if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be a no.
Okay. Why were you, Brian?
I was totally on the never bandwagon, and I was wrong, and it's definitely a now. Gotta let shows kind of develop, especially if they tend to show off payoff. If you're a slow burn and you never burn, you just smoldered for 15 episodes, then I have a problem. But if you're a slow burn and you all of a sudden start to make things happen, and then you get to the point where the story makes traction and makes a lot of sense, and you can enjoy it, then I'm all for it. I think that this has all those elements, and I think that I could see three more seasons of this and be fun and enjoy it.
Yeah. For me, I'm giving it an out as well, man. This thing was just solid. Like I said, the beginning was setting up everything, so I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. But once the ball got rolling, it was going, man. It was a lot of fun. And I was kind of on the side with Brian, where I'm like, the animation wasn't looking good for me. Like, I'm not sure, with certain things like the voice actor was saying before the show started.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a rough one, but it stuck it out. It landed so well, and I'm so excited for it next season. So definitely now, recommend it. But cool. That's our thoughts for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. They need to change that name, man. It's so damn long.
Yeah, I was good with the original title, Spider-Man freshman year.
Yeah,
they could have done. They could have jumped from that to Spider-Man, sophomore year, Spider-Man junior year.
It's been year 2, year 3.
Yeah.
Then the last one, senior year.
Yeah. They kind of backed themselves into a corner with the title.
Yeah. But I mean, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, it works. It makes sense, with the character, but it's a mouthful for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment down below and that's what you think about the Spider-Man show on Disney Plus. Do you like it? Do you hate it? You feel indifferent about it, or you're not going to watch it? Maybe we're helping you to decide to go check it out. Either way, let us know. Leave like or hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday when we talk about TV shows like this, other cool shows, other movies, and all that nerdy fun stuff. But we appreciate everyone in the live chat. You guys stick around because we're gonna get onto your comments right now. Oh man, sorry, my voice is like
going in and out.
Yeah, my God, it's not the mic. Trust me, it's not the mic.
That was me Tuesday, and I was coughing like Tuesday and Wednesday. It was bad. I was like, oh man, this.
Yeah, there you go. Delta Dan's giving it a now.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's a good rating.
Yeah, I know you said, well, your 6-year-old and your 3-year-old, y'all loved it. So that's the best, when everyone can just sit and enjoy a show, as a whole family. So that's fun. Excuse me. Jump
Invincible.
into Invincible. I feel like this one could be a quick one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer. I'm with Brian the Grizzly over here, Brandon over there. And we are checking out Invincible. He's got a Superman shirt on, so it kind of fits with this Invincible character who's like a weird. I feel like he's like Superman.
No, it's not Superman.
No, But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's got the powers like Superman, but
kind of, but he's like not the best of the Superman. Like he's Mark still gets his butt whooped a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
Just a glutton for punishment.
But he gets up. He always gets up.
Yep. So this episode, we won't get into spoilers right now, but I don't know. For me, I think it was a filler episode, which kind of sucks. You know, like some stuff happened. I don't know if it was enough to push the story forward enough. You know, we got some Oliver stuff that was like legit. What, 2 minutes?
Yep.
We got some stuff between him and Eve.
Oh yeah, maybe we slow down. We're gonna slow down a little bit, and then the Rex stuff was so weird. It like didn't really hit for anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
What we're supposed to learn from this? What we're supposed to take away from this?
Yeah, and I feel like where I wanted this season to end, I don't know if it can end with just 3 episodes left, right? Yeah, 3 episodes left.
3 episodes left. Yep.
There's no way they're going to do the
5.
things I thought they were going to do. No way they're going to do that. If they do, then you're going to rush it. So I think they're going to do half of the stuff I did, or I thought they were going to do. You know, and it's not going to end where. Well, it's not even just me. There's a lot of other comic book readers that thought it was going to end in a certain spot, and it's probably not, which is fine, but it sucks.
Is it a bad thing? Like this is not a bad episode, because I said this is a good episode. The problem is that these last 4, the first 4 were like prison breaks. They were like time traveling. These unbelievable escapades. Like you're seeing all this stuff. You see Oliver grow at this amazing rate, and seeing him dealing with his superpowers. Like you had Omni Man doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you had all these great things going on. So when you have an episode that's just really with some gangsters, like some superpower gangsters being around, and Mark being a little bit stupid and trying to figure out his life with Eve and stuff, just seemed to be out of place and just not as entertaining as the other ones before.
Yeah, I agree.
This would have been a great episode when you'd have 2 episodes that week.
Yeah. What you think about this episode, Brian, man?
Yeah, it kind of seemed like the obligatory filler episode. You know, the Mark and Eve trying to find like nothing that happened really kind of pushed the overall story forward. It just kind of seemed like a side quest almost.
Yeah.
If I had to sum it up. But I love the final battle. Well, I love all the battles on this show. I think it's so well animated, and you know what they did with Oscar, with him going out, or not Oscar, Oliver going out to make friends was pretty funny. Because at one point I was kind of asking myself if that was going to go a completely different way. But just
he pants them.
Just
good.
Yeah, just that the fact that the show can kind of seamlessly move between, you know, kind of rom-com, dramedy, comedy, you know, what's going on with Mark's life, and kind of balance it with pretty much gratuitous cartoon violence is pretty impressive how they're able to balance that all. I think that's my favorite thing about the show.
Yeah.
Was it just me that, you know, I feel like part of the whole point of this episode was to show that the bad guys have different parts of themselves too, good parts, and not necessarily always confident, that they're a little bit unsure of themselves. It takes time for them to become that full-fledged bad guy. Like it seemed like they have character arcs, and that's what they were just trying to show, that these guys also have to go through their character arc to get to the other side. So, you know, was Titan, you know, and then Machine Head and Isotope and all of them, how they're going through their own, you know, arcs. And that makes it feel like filler, because those are not main characters.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think like everything, like their arc was a reflection of what Mark is going through with the whole what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? Like, oh, just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad person. Or
Just
you know,
because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to steal Wreck-It Ralph, but that's exactly what it was. Because like, yeah,
That's Despicable Me, right?
That's I know it's in Wreck-It Ralph.
Definitely Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
Okay.
From the beginning.
I was thinking of the tagline for the first Despicable Me.
No, it might be. It's been a while, but yeah, I mean, it was just all that. It was just showing it's not all black and white how Mark sees it. But my issue was we already know that's an issue he's dealing with. I don't need an episode of him still trying to figure that out of like, hey, this bad guy, isn't doing these horrible things. Like, look what he's doing to the community. Like there's bigger fish to fry. There's this, that, it's like we've already seen him handle these dilemmas in previous episodes this season. So you're just starting to beat a dead horse of like, yes, Mark doesn't understand how things work,
Yeah, but you don't think it's also that they're trying to build these other characters, these other.
Give me a sec, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
I'm still saying it feels like they're trying to build these evil, evil people up a little bit more, so that at the end of the season they actually are a player, even though it seems like it's going to be otherworldly, with bigger villains than this. But then at least they'll have a seat at the table with them, trying to make something happen, or defeating the dragon's going to mean more to it, to getting Mark ready for the Viltrumites and all of those things. But it's just, I think that it's going to be part of it. But learning last episode that it's only 50 Viltrumites in the entire universe, and then going to this small-ish storyline just almost seemed uneventful.
Yeah, it did. Because like these guys like they're cool in the universe when you're reading a comic book, but when you're doing a 10 episode season, like they're not really that important, unless like in the season where Titan was a thing, like that was an important part of Mark becoming the person who he is. This episode, I feel like they didn't really, like, side characters should always elevate the main character, and they really didn't do that this episode. That's my biggest issue with it, but like I said, it's still like a fun episode, like Brandman said, watching Mark kick butt to a dragon and everything else happening with the other characters. It's a lot of fun. I like Titan. I think Titan's a really cool, interesting character. But here Delta Dan, real quick, I want to bring this up, that the duplicate Paul, whatever.
Yeah.
Duplicate.
Dupla. I thought it was Dupla Paul.
Yeah, something like that.
Like I said, duplicate Dupla Paul.
That was wild, man. That was wild how he broke out of the prison cell
by killing himself.
Just overstuffing the cell to where the door just literally burst open. That was cool. That's why I was like, this episode has some cool stuff. The fight scenes were really cool. Seeing Paul and Kate, kind of some of their backstory, and how they have two different paths that they started going down. So
what'd you think about Kate finding the dolls, the other dolls being linked together? Does that mean Dupla Paul made it out?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Because that was like because like even that kind of was interesting, because you always saw when you saw like the little cutouts of all the little people holding each other's hand, you always thought it was like, oh, because she could just make a bunch of copies of herself. But then going to this episode,
him,
it was like, because her and her brother held hands all the time, and they were like so involved. Even the reasoning behind the father, I thought was really interesting, because we don't know what happened to the mother yet, which I can assume what happened with the mother is kind of similar to what happened to the prison cell. which is really fucked up. Like just thinking about it, because when I sat and thought, I'm like, oh, what happened to the mom? I was like, ew, that's messed up. And then all these copies of the kids driving him literally insane.
Yep.
It's like every parent can relate to that, but actually deal with like a endless amount of your kids will drive anybody insane.
No, you just can put them all in the closet. That's all. Stop making copies of yourself. Oh my God.
I mean, it didn't hold the prison cell. So, but it's also like how she saw what happened differently than what he saw that happened differently. So, like getting their side story was definitely cool. Titan side story with him being, this good guy that's trying to help the neighborhood. So that's why I'm like, I had fun with it. It just it didn't add anything to the bigger overall story, which kind of sucked.
This would have been fine if it was half the episode.
Yes. Because like what Delta Dan was saying also is like there's been a lot of side stories this season, like the bank robbery thing, but that was only 10 minutes, if that, maybe
not
less.
even that. Yeah, 7 minutes.
But even that like complemented what was going on in the story, where these two people are just like down on their luck. They have powers, they don't know what to do about it, but they have morals, because anytime they did anything bad, they always felt bad about it. So that side story reflected the bigger story, and I thought it was a really gorgeous like shot. No words are done, the music's playing, it's super sad, and then you see them in this episode.
You just don't like words, huh? You just don't like words. That's what it is. I got it now.
Well, it's like if you could tell a story, or if you can like do something and like that, where like you have all this emotion, and nothing needs to be said, like you just understand it. I think it's always a really interesting way to tell a story, or tell a part of a story. So, but yeah, I don't want to.
I don't like getting kicked in the balls. I don't need that in my life. Up already did it to me. Up already did it. I don't need that. Those long stories with no words being said. I'm good. I'm all right.
Well, the story's gonna happen either way. Yeah, right. So it's just, do you want to make it artsy, or do you want to make it just blunt? So, but yeah, you don't have to read the comics to know what's going on. And I'm not gonna. I read the comics. I'm not gonna ruin anything. I try not to ruin anything, because also they are changing some things from the comics.
Yep.
But fun episode. It sucks it was kind of a filler. Still excited about the last 3 episodes. I don't know.
Just coming so fast. So 6, 7, 8 guys already coming up. That's all we have. Does anyone know the length of these episodes that we're gonna get?
I think they're about what we've been getting, like 40-ish, 45-ish minutes, I think. So, and I don't even know the titles of the. Usually, you can kind of. So next week, the 27th, all I can say is I'm sorry. What's the title of that one?
We can imagine what's going to happen with that one.
Yeah, that already sounds like bad.
Yeah.
Then we have episode 7 is What Have I Done? Episode 8, I Thought You've Never Shut Up. I think that's all that I see on IMDb.
Yep, because March 13th.
Oh no, episode 8, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's only 8 episodes. Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, there's still a lot of story left. There's still a lot of story left. Like we haven't even gotten into some of the bigger plot points yet. Like, so yeah.
And that's why you didn't want to fill an episode like this. You wanted to have something more.
Exactly.
Oh well. We say okay. That's what it is.
Yeah. Are they dropping weekly? Yeah, they are dropping weekly. So you got the 27th, March 6th, and March 13th, and then that's it.
Yep.
3 more weeks. And then I think the showrunner or the creator, somebody of the cartoon, is saying it's going to be a yearly thing. So we're going to get Invincible. It seems like the beginning of each year, like somewhere end of January, early February kind of time, which I'm cool.
Yeah.
Not too long, no years, if it's every year, that's okay. I mean, if it's 10 episodes, not even 10, it's 8 episodes.
It's 8. That's what's killing me. Like if it was 10, I probably wouldn't be complaining. But being 8 just makes me sad.
It's 8 episodes every year. Like, I don't know.
Because you have to draw it out. You got to do the voice acting. You got to do a script. You got to do the voice acting. It's a lot to do to be able to create all those things.
Yeah. And every season, the show's been giving less of a budget, but the popularity keeps going higher. So I'd make that make sense, with Amazon, because you can see some of the weird cuts they did, because Mark's mom, they just took that model and put her in as the monster dude that he was training with. The parents, that's also Mark's mom, just with darker skin and longer hair. Like, it's legit the same exact character model that they put in, so they're saving money wherever they can, to give us maybe better action scenes. So, but come on, Amazon needs to give us some more stuff for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that, you have enough money to be able to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but cool. You guys got anything else with this episode?
No. I think that it was still good, but I just want to hurry up and get to a point where we can get more story. I want to have more fun stuff happening. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Also, just for here's reference. So IMDb has rankings all out of 10. Episode 1, 8.1. Episode 2, 9.2. Episode 3, 8.7. Episode 4, which was the last episode, 9.3. Right. And then this one was a 7.7. That's that's
about right.
Difference.
That's
exactly about right. Yeah. That's a huge difference, going from 9.3 to a 7.7.
And then, but next week they're going to come and talk about something crazy, like all I can say is I'm sorry to the world, to my wife, to my son, to everything. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big one.
We'll see how it goes. But cool. That's our thoughts for this episode 5 of season 3, Invincible. Not the best episode, but a fun episode. We got to see some cool dragon fight scenes with Mark and Eve. So, not a full wasted episode, but cool. We appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about this episode. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday when we are live talking about movies, TV shows like Invincible, and other fun, nerdy stuff. And if you are in the live chat, stick around, because we're going to get into our next topic right now. All right. Yeah, I saw that troll in here, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know what that was about. Because at first I'm like, oh, he said like, oh, garbage. I'm like, oh yeah, or he goes,
it's a TV show.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, it sucks that they're not getting money, but I'm like, oh no, that's not what you mean. That's all good. All right. You want to wait for Reacher, or you want to?
Yeah, because Brandman hasn't finished that, so let's not even try.
Yeah, sorry. Today I was a little more backed up than I expected.
That's all good. Troll didn't last long. Yeah, no. We have usually our chat up, so I'm guessing you deleted it, Brian.
Yeah, I took care of it.
Yeah, so we haven't had troll in chat in a while. I'll say that.
I know. I was like, hey, another one. Make me feel good.
It's been a while. Yeah, but oh man, but cool. You guys got anything else you wanted to bring up? real quick?
Let's see if I can find a trailer.
I want to do a trailer. Let me get out of here. Oh, you know, and that works out too. I don't have a background for Reacher yet. I didn't get a chance to make one.
Let's see. It's a Long Bright River.
Oh, what's that? I think Ty brought it up. It's the same people who did Talk to Me. They have another horror film out.
I was gonna look at this Pedro Pascal one. Freaky
Oh,
Tales.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one either.
So we can do Freaky Tales for, you know. This Pedro's literally in every movie, which is a problem.
He's everywhere, man. He's freaking everywhere. He showed up on SNL the other week.
Like he's
everyone showed up on
SNL 50, so
SNL
everyone's
week,
at SNL 50. So
yeah,
pretty sure I saw Brandman on there.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this trailer and then we can let him go sleep.
No, man. If we got to suffer in Chicago, you can sleep on the plane.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I know.
All right. You got this one. What's it called?
Freaky Tales.
Freaky Tales.
Named after like the best Too Short song of all time.
No.
All right. Cool. Let's watch this one. All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. And we have another trailer reaction for you guys today. Another Pedro Pascal movie, because of course, why not?
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. But yeah, we're gonna check out Freaky Tales. So yeah, let's check it out and see what it is.
All right, here we go. What the hell did I just watch, dude?
Not what I was expecting.
Not at all.
That was interesting.
Okay.
The trailer takes you on a ride because that was something.
Huh. I'm not sure exactly what I think about that. Sleepy Floyd just was chopping people up and he let them have it.
That took a left, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. one last job. He has ancient artifacts in this safe. Should have known. Sleepy Floyd is actually sitting there like this, like, you know, slapping his thighs, ready to go. It's like, yeah, you never want to fight someone that slaps their thighs before the fight. That means he's probably some karate that's about to whoop your ass. That's what was about to happen. This whole movie about getting your ass whooped by Sleepy Floyd. That's crazy. Brandman.
Yep.
Exactly.
There you go. That's got a new Halloween costume. Just what was that? What was he? A Golden State Warrior?
Golden State Warrior. Sleepy Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Samurai sword is slicing people up. Sleepy Floyd is slicing people up over here, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Wow. And then who is also telling the story? So it's Pedro, and then it's also it's Sleepy. Is Sleepy telling his own story? Is this a story that we know from Golden State Wars that I just never heard of? That actually happened? Oh my god! And then we saw Too Short. This is Oakland. This is not just San Francisco. This is Oakland. So I don't know if you guys saw the All-Star game this past weekend, but it was in Oakland, and you saw all the people there historically. Oakland rappers and DJs and stuff like that were all there, and they're like they'll be all in this movie too. So
nice. Yeah, let's go. We'll hear Does the Dance says, damn, I'm in Oakland right now. Never heard about this movie. Yeah.
Hey, Sleepy Floyd might be that dude.
Yeah. Well, too sure. He has the album Freaky Tales.
Yeah. So that's why I think this is based off of his music. So I wouldn't be surprised if Too Short was the one who's actually doing the voiceover or something like that. to that effect.
That'd be interesting. I like that. Yeah, but it definitely seems like somebody's telling a story because there's one time like somebody punched somebody and it was like green lightning or something came out. I was like, what? So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting. One. I feel this is gonna be one that you either like it or don't.
Oh, I'm gonna love it. You know me.
Yeah.
You know,
but it looks interesting. I like it.
I did my top 10 movies of all time. Last Dragon will definitely be in it. So you know, so a movie like this is definitely right there with me.
Yeah.
See,
what about you? What are you, Brian? Man, what you think about the movie?
Looks. I don't know what exactly is going on with the plot, and I kind of want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
I'm a little Pedro Pascal out, or kind of getting there because he's just showing up in everything. But
it makes it hard to see him as anything else, right?
Right.
He's already everything.
Yeah.
But I like the aesthetic of it going by the trailers, the whole 80s aesthetic.
Yeah.
I can already tell that's probably going to be my favorite thing about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the synopsis on like just Google is just like nothing. It's just an American anthology action comedy. Like, okay. Like, cool. You know. So but yeah, premiered in 2024 at Sundance Festival in January of 2024. So it's coming out in April 2025.
Okay. And Brandon said it's Too Short's voice. So it might be Too Short telling the story.
Oh, definitely. That was definitely Too Short.
And then that's him talking about the mixtape. He's making a mixtape about the story of Sleepy Floyd with his samurai swords. That would be cool. That would be a cool way to piece it all together.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
On and on.
Yeah, I'm down. We're definitely gonna check this out. April 4th. Be there.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I'm glad we watched this.
Yeah, same. I only saw the Pedro's new trailer and that was it. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch it eventually. But yeah, it was a good one. I'm pretty excited about it. So, but cool. You know, that's our thoughts for Freaky Tales. So leave a comment down below. That's what you guys think about this trailer. If you have any more info, you know, let us know. Love to talk about it. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and come and join us every Monday and Thursday when we talk about trailers like this, movie reviews, TV series discussions, and all the other fun, nerdy stuff. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us live right now. But we want you guys to stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.
Thanks, guys.
All right, cool. That's it. I don't know if I could talk anymore.
You can't talk. Grandman's to sleep.
Yeah, I was trying to fight it.
Yeah. No, let's get out of here. You know, I'm for sure seeing that. Oh, yeah, that's a must watch. Oh, that's good.
I can't wait to talk about that. That's why I want to be able to talk about it. Just like I want to be able to talk about Nickel Boys, but no one wants to watch it for me.
I'm gonna watch it. It's on my Plex, so definitely gonna watch it. But
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's Bob's Burgers time. Nice. I need to get caught up. I haven't watched the last couple of weeks, so but cool. Let's get out of here.
Go watch Paradise, guys.
Oh yeah.
And you know what's coming out on tonight. We get Severance, the next episode. So on Saturday we'll be here breaking down Severance, talking about all the things about it. Looking at all the small things. Talking about, did you see that? Trying to piece the story together. I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Where is Paradise playing on?
Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's also on Disney.
Oh yeah, because they're all
Hulu.
connected. Yeah. And that just started, right? That's new.
It's 6 episodes in, something like that.
Yeah, it says 2025. So yeah, it's come out this year.
That first episode is gonna tell you. Just watch the first episode. That's all I want you to do. Just watch the first episode.
Okay.
You're gonna be like,
got pretty good cast.
Yeah. No, just
K. Brown, James Marsden. Julianne Nicholson.
Just watch the
Okay.
first episode, man. Yeah.
Sounds good. Cool. But let's get out of here. Appreciate all you guys coming in. It will be 8. Okay, so a couple more weeks. Yeah, let's hook the first episode.
It's good.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people like say like if you like Silo or like Severance, like go check out Paradise. I guess
it's a dystopian finish to the world and what happens, and it was totally different than anything else you've seen.
Okay.
Totally different.
I'm down. But cool. Yep. We'll see you guys on Saturday talking Severance. Monday coming back with another probably some more movie reviews. We'll see whatever comes out this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But cool. Let's get out of here. Let Brandman go to sleep. Let all you guys go.
Yeah, I need to get in the bed.
Yep. But cool. We'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good weekend. Later.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Thanks.